Violence disrupted voting at the Odoko Methodist polling station in Ablekuma North parliamentary election rerun, with growing concerns over the security situation. The Interior Minister, Muntaka Mumbarak, has just arrived at that polling station and will get you the latest on that very soon. So far, 2 journalists from JoyNews and GH1, as well as former Member of Parliament Hawa Kumsin, have been reportedly assaulted. Watch this moment.
Wow. Sorry. Jesus. Hey. DP. But why did you slap? One of our reporters has just been assaulted. Jesus. One of our reporters has just been assaulted. One of the members, they've just assaulted one of our reporters. Come. One of our reporters have been
Sorry. It's one of the hazards.
No, he really hit her. He really hit her. He really hit her.
Not the best. Sweetheart,
No, he just hit her.
It's okay.
She was just even turning away. And the officers, they are all standing there. They didn't see her. They didn't see her. They are all standing there. They didn't see that they hit her. They were just standing there. Stop crying.
Sorry.
So what you just saw was a JoyNews journalist, Salome, who was assaulted by an unidentified person. Now, that's on one side of the story. There are other pockets of issues of violence that we want to bring to your attention. There was an officer of the Ghana Police Service captured in a viral video assaulting a GH1 journalist during the Ablekuma North parliamentary rerun, and as have been indicated. Now, the police, in a statement, have announced that the officer has been removed from election duties with immediate effect. A full investigation has been launched by the Police Professional Standards Bureau to determine the circumstances surrounding the incident. Take a look.
I said no, I can't leave the premise because I'm currently at Odoko North polling station. Yes. Polling station 2 and 4. Yes.
Miensa ena ya kan bom obi ho obeti se ye to aba ewo police station bi Methodist no wa sorry no oba wan hwe se ono no police station ne ka ho ana eno ka ho bi ama ebinom edu ba bi o mka se bi a ono nidin enim but ba bi a ampa obi edin enim no electoral commission no e de be ye adwuma. You understand? Again, police for what has say enough to take care of all the registered voters now. I was say on babeto abano eneno. Eti ni ayestre ni say yenya gidie e police ni mu na omonya adwuma. Eya adwempa enti ne yempe say ye de asojafo asrafo ebeba ababe rewra voting numu. Yempe ni sa fi say elections oboni beka say e civil ade and ye enye war. You understand? Enunti no obi anka na come anto yam yako inside ye na police for na kasa ye na amanfo e ho nyina kasa wo a unye police ni na unni dwuma bi edi poten e wo abato ni mu no yasre ohwe ye a omu nyina apie media for crowd mesre se mu nyina so nyeden mu nyina so empie emfi I perimeter ni se na be ya obi e ba beto aba obetima yeden akwakoto aba nti ye wogide se enema ye de atoto akwan mu no by the end of the day you bet to me awie sa abato ya ye ba betu na Ablekuma North enya omo member of parliament constituency na kasa na ye den akase omo ayi omo eda wase
opening kase da se pa eda wase omane buama ana yenene atwetwe nkomo no a wa chirechim omane buama ene yenene atwetwe nkomo a wo kire se hu hia se wo mo ede asojafo eba ha one eye interior minister eye Mutaka Mubarak ana wo mo enam no ana wa kire no omane buama eye defense minister ana one interior minister account no aboma waba ene aposifo ewo Methodist polling station abedi nkomo achrechi mu se enya bia wo mu dia sojafo beba ha na emom ganafo nya gidie ewo aposifo mu na
Just gone by, you listened to the Defense Minister Maneboama addressing the press, but I want to speak to Jacqueline Asomayeboa for an account of exactly what happened. I brought you two separate incidents of journalists being assaulted today alone as we are doing that rerun in 19 constituency. Jackie, well, we heard you shout, "Jesus, she has been slapped." Can you walk us through the moments that led up to that particular time?
Yeah, sweetie. So it was during the live commentary. My eyes was everywhere as at that point. It was inside the main perimeter and also outside because there were two incidents happening at the same time. There was chaos inside where they were most of they went in with force. I don't know which party it was, but they went in with force. So there was chaos between the police and these members. Right about that same time, there was chaos outside too, where a lady was being slapped. Yes. So where the lady was being slapped, my colleague Sally was standing right by the lady. So I had to get down because they were beating everybody who was around. So I was going closer to pull her away. That was when I realized the guy, he just threw a punch into Sally's face, a very huge punch, which resulted in her having a red eye and a cut on her face. So I've seen some video moving around where I was trying to pull her away from the guy because he was also about to hit me. He actually pulled, when he hit her, he pushed her phone away. So initially, I thought he had even taken away the phone that she had. She had a tripod and the phone as at that point. So that was what happened earlier.
Right.
Things had just happened.
Jackie, I hear you say that these men who look like pugilists were going out from somewhere into another location and they had slapped another lady who was standing by Salome. Who are they? Where were they moving from? And where were they going? And why were they slapping people?
Well, so that was right about the time that we saw most of the MPP party executives come here. If you remember the interview, it was around the time he had finished speaking to Samia Wuku and many more. So all we saw was a rush. We saw a huge number of crowds trying to enter. These men, some of them were masked. So the guy who even hit Sally was masked. He had this bandana on his face. He just threw the punch. All these men were part. They went inside. But then when I spoke to one guy off camera, all he was trying to tell me was that they wanted power outside of the perimeter. So what I could see, especially when I was doing the live commentary, was that I saw her down. I don't know what happened then. Then the police was trying to stop that. Then at the same time, the huge number of crowd that was outside too. I don't know what the other lady did, but all I saw was she was being slapped and her wig was even taken away. So that was why I shouted. Then the guy came. Then I don't know if he thought we were taking a video of him, which we are even here supposed to do anyway. Then he threw that punch on her face.
At the beginning of your reportage today, this morning on the AM show, you told us that security was tight. In fact, it was beefed up. which is, I mean, that was what you told us. What did you see in terms of how the police tried to intervene in all these incidents of slapping and assault going on? What did the police do? Tell us exactly what you saw or observed.
Well, what I observed was that I didn't really see the police doing anything about the slap, because what I can say, especially from where I'm standing, even though we are not allowed to go close inside, there's police everywhere, especially up there. There was a police officer standing there right in front of even the main gate. There was a police officer in there. And they all saw what happened. Because a lot of things was going on at the same time, that was why they didn't help. But I believe that even with the media, nobody did anything when it was happening. Even the lady that was being slapped, nothing happened. They were just there. That was what they were just standing there.
Are you saying that even after the police saw that these, again, I'm just calling them pugilists, have assaulted 2 young women, by your account, they still didn't intervene to try and arrest these people?
No, nobody did anything. Nothing happened. All we saw was the people that entered the perimeter, they were asked to come out. I didn't even see any arrest. Nothing was done. All they did was they sent them out, and that was it. Then you were assaulted, and nobody did anything about it. The police saw us. They saw Sally crying. We were trying to ward people off because everyone was trying to take a video and all that. Nobody did anything. They were right in front of the police. Everybody is here. They are just standing around here, and nobody did anything.
Jackie, you've told us what you saw, what you heard. How did all this make you feel? I know how close you are to Sally.
At that point, I shed tears because I feel like I dragged her to. We are all working though, but I know how she felt about doing this reportage today, especially knowing very well what I had been through in December reporting here. She knew what I had been through, and she knew how tough it was how tough it was for me during the Ablikman North elections in 2024. But she still opted to come here. I shed tears at that point, and I felt hurt, especially a few minutes ago when I heard the sound on radio of all that I was saying, the commentary. It just made me sad at that point, and all that I'm hoping for is that she gets better, because I spoke to her some minutes ago, and she said she's having headaches and all that. I'm just hoping that she gets better by the end of the day.
Has the election resumed? Jackie, well, I have to say, my apologies. I'm sorry that you have to experience this as you're just working to bring accurate information to the Ghanaian audience. But has the election resumed again? We understood that there was a pause, moments ago. Has it resumed?
Yes, no, it hasn't resumed. So what you can see here right now is that everything has been halted over there. Okay, I think I've seen a couple of people entering, so it looks like it has resumed, because the police is saying that when they see a lot of people around, the voters who are coming in, they might not want to come inside and vote. Probably the crowd here might intimidate them. So they sent everybody out, even the media is not allowed into the premises. So I just saw a woman entering, but some few minutes ago, it had been halted. We saw Muntaka here, and they're trying to restore calm and all that in the area. But in the perimeter, it looks like it has already started.
Jackie, please take care of yourself. We'll touch base with you again when you have more details to report to us. But before you go, where is Sally right now?
So we had to take her to the hospital. That was the initial communication from the office. So I'm yet to find out if she's been there yet, because we wanted to bring her back to the office before we send her to the hospital.
Okay, thank you, Jacqueline and Somaya Boa.